Hi, welcome to Nimal's review of a knife that's very popular on Amazon, surprisingly. It's called the Sushi Nonstick knife. It's a generic name on the package. It just says chef's knife, new, as seen on TV, though I haven't seen it as seen on TV. Nonstick for superior handling, great for chopping, slicing, filleting, preparing sushi, and more. So their selling point on Amazon is it's a nonstick sushi chef's knife. Let's see what they say. Specifically designed to prevent sticking and making cutting easier. This chef's knife is perfect for sushi, but would work great for cutting almost anything. It has a non-stick coating and holes on the blade, as you can see here. And its overall dimensions is 13 1/4 by 1.8 inches. Blade dimensions is 8 inches by 1.8 inches. It's black, and the handle material is plastic, and the blade material is stainless steel. It's a very thin knife, but for the price, just right off the bat, it has a nice handle. It's not a heavy handle, but it's got a nice plastic finish on it. Doesn't feel too cheap. The blade feels sturdy and attached to the blade, or to the handle. It's got a good feel. It's lightweight, but it's got a good feel in your hand. And so it's let's see here. So it's got 625 reviews on Amazon, and it's 4.5 stars out of 5. That's the rating it gets. So obviously there's something going on with this knife, and I want to test it. So I'm going to do that right now, and I'm just going to compare it to this J.A. Henckels knife that I have. I've been using it for a while. It's not extremely sharp, but I'm just going to compare it to the blade that I just bought off Amazon. So, or the nonstick sushi knife blade. So I'm just going to cut a tomato, and right off the bat, I'm putting almost zero force on this tomato, and it's just sliding through this. That's a pretty sharp knife. That's pretty impressive. I'm going to try this knife. And you can actually hear it. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm actually kind of sawing. It's not going through like the other knife. The chef's knife, the sushi chef's knife, is definitely sharper. I mean, this just goes through it like butter almost. Oops, I don't want to cut my hand. There we go. Yeah, once it's in there, it just floats through like nothing. So there's a test that it's popular and as seen on TV commercials, but you throw a tomato onto the blade. So I'm going to try that with this. And these are Roma tomatoes. These are actually pretty hefty tomatoes. They're pretty solid. So if it does cut in midair, that's pretty impressive. Here we go. I'm going to hold the blade, and it cuts it in half just like nothing. That's pretty good. That's one of the best knives I've tested that does that. Because watch this. I'm going to try the blade that I use just in my kitchen. Try if I can do the same thing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, not even close to cutting it. Actually fell on the floor. So yeah, the as seen on TV knife is much sharper. Let's try that one more time, because this is pretty impressive. Alright, didn't do it that time. Let's try it again. But it did better than the other knife. Alright, try that again. There we go. Thought I got lucky the first time, but actually it did it again. So, impressive. So let's try something a little bit harder. It's a sweet potato. And just glides through it. And it doesn't stick to the blade. I mean, that's one of their claims. Let's try it with a knife that I use in my kitchen. And this knife does a pretty good job too. But you can definitely tell this is a really sharp knife. And let's try to do a real thin cut. It's so sharp, you can easily do really thin cuts. That's kind of cool. It's a really kind of precision knife. See? Very cool. So I mean, it just glides through it. If you buy this knife, you will not be disappointed. So, I think I paid around $10 for this knife. Definitely recommend this knife. This is a really cool knife. Let's see, I mean, made in Taiwan. You can see it on the handle. Very impressed with the quality. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know if you can, sharpen it. I'm sure you can to an extent, but because it is a thin blade. I mean, you're not getting a whole lot of blade. But for the price, if you need a sharp knife, maybe you live in a dorm room, or you're in college, you need it at a cabin or whatever. This is definitely, or you just want it in your kitchen, but this is definitely a good knife, and I'm pretty impressed with it. So thanks for watching my video. If you'd like to get more information on this sushi chef knife, go to my website, 9malls.com. That's the number 9, MALOS.com, and click on the As Seen on TV graphic. And also, please subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.